Is rap poetry?
I promise that I know you very well. Your eyes never lie, even if they tell sweet lullabies that come with the smell of a dozen roses flipping down the green hill. You're living in a world that come with plan A, B, cause plan A never relay a guarantee, and plan C never could say just what
And
it
your
was.
plans only can pan around love. You love him, you love them, you love her. You love so much, you love when love hurts. You love red bottom and gold that say queen. You love handbag on the waist of your jean. You love French tip and trip that pay for. You love bank slip that tell you we paid more. You love a good hand whenever the card dealt, but what love got to do with it when you don't love yourself?
Read a poem more than once.
Book says, read a poem more than once. The first time to just read it, and the second time to truly understand and grasp what the author was saying with the poem.
Action. Keep a dictionary, a Bible, or a mythology book nearby at all times when reading poetry.
Do is keep a dictionary, a Bible, or a mythology book near you at all times when reading poetry. The Bible, in case of a biblical reference in the poem. The dictionary, in case of any words you don't know, so you can really understand the poem. And the mythology book, which is same with the Bible, to understand any references. Like in the word aphrodisiac, which if I look in my trusty dictionary here, it's a food or drug that causes desire for you know what. Based on the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Well, let me look in my mythology book to see who Aphrodite is. Oh, she's the goddess of love and beauty. Well, that makes sense now, doesn't it? Thanks, rule number 2.
Hear the sound of the words in your mind.
A poet's a poet. They know what they're doing. You don't have to add dramatic effect to a poem when you're reading it aloud. Here's an example of something that's not right. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Not how you read a poem. I'll show you how to read a poem. Distinctly I remember it was the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a crease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore.
Pay careful attention to what the poem is saying.
This rule kind of goes along with rule number 2 and rule number 1. If you read a poem not paying attention to what the poem is saying, are you reading the poem? Yes and no. You are reading it, but you're not understanding it, and reading is not good if you're not understanding.
Practice reading poems aloud.
What does reading something aloud do? It helps you memorize the poem and understand the words better. If I was reading in my head and I catch a word that I don't 100% know, I'll just be like, okay, I can just ignore that and go on and think I'll get the full story. But when reading a poem aloud, that you start reading it and then you say the word and you're like, wow, that's not the right word. I'm reading this poem wrong. And you go back and you catch yourself and you get a better understanding for what the poem means.
Who is the speaker? Is the occasion?
What is the purpose of the
By what means is the purpose
By
achieved?
what all these questions are, and that will help you truly understand. It's time to answer the million-year-old question. Is rap poetry? There's this side, and there's also this side. There's yes, and there's no. So, no. So, this side, on the yes side of it, rap is poetry because there's an iambic pentameter. You have to hear a lyric multiple times to truly understand it, and it takes a lot of skill to do it. And on this side, the no side, rap's not poetry, and their reason is that it has a rhythm in the background, which just makes it not poetry. They say music's not poetry, but I think music is a form of art, and we all know poetry is a form of art, so why not? Bada bing, bada boom. Rap is poetry, in my opinion. But if you disagree, I really don't care. I don't care about people's opinions. You keep your opinion, I'll keep mine. But, well, we're here now at the end of the video. So, thank you guys for watching. And, yeah, have a wonderful day.